Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel where we dive deep into the mysteries that authorities don't want you to see. Today, we're unlocking the vault on one of the most compelling topics of our time: hidden UFO files. For decades, governments around the world have collected, classified, and concealed evidence of unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. But what are they hiding, and why? The story of UFO secrecy is as old as the modern UFO era itself. It all started back in the late 1940s, right after the famous Roswell incident. While the official story changed from a recovered flying disc to a simple weather balloon, behind the scenes, a different narrative was unfolding. Projects like Sign, Grudge, and the most famous of all, Project Blue Book, were initiated by the US Air Force. Publicly, their goal was to debunk UFO sightings and calm public hysteria. But privately, their mission was to determine if these objects posed a threat to national security. Project Blue Book officially concluded in 1969, stating there was no evidence of extraterrestrial vehicles. Case closed, right? Not even close. Freedom of Information Act requests filed over the years have forced the release of thousands of previously classified documents. These papers reveal countless cases that Blue Book investigators couldn't explain. They're filled with reports from credible witnesses, pilots, military personnel, and police officers, describing craft that defied the known laws of physics. We're talking about silent, disc-shaped objects making instantaneous right-angle turns, accelerating to impossible speeds, and simply vanishing from radar. Let's look at one of the most stunning examples. The 1976 Tehran UFO incident. Two Iranian Air Force F-4 Phantom jets were scrambled to intercept a bright, unidentified object over the capital city. As the first jet approached, its instrumentation and communications failed. It was forced to return to base. The second F-4 pilot then locked his weapon system onto the object. Suddenly, a smaller object detached from the main craft and sped directly towards the F-4. The pilot tried to fire a missile, but his weapons control panel went dead. He took evasive action, diving away, and the smaller object rejoined the main craft, which then ascended and disappeared. This wasn't just a visual sighting. It was backed by radar data and multiple, highly trained military witnesses. A detailed report was sent to the US Defense Intelligence Agency, a document that remained classified for years. It concluded that the incident was a classic case which meets all the criteria for a valid UFO study. Then there's the Rendlesham Forest incident in the UK, often called Britain's Roswell. In December 1980, US Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Bentwaters witnessed strange lights descending into a nearby forest. A security patrol went to investigate and discovered a small, triangular craft. Deputy Base Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Holt documented the events on a micro-cassette recorder as they happened. He described the craft as metallic, with strange glyphs on its side, bathing the forest in a bright light. The next day, investigators found indentations in the ground where the craft had landed, and radiation readings at the site were significantly higher than normal. For years, the UK's Ministry of Defence denied the significance of the event. But released files now confirm the radiation readings and the credibility of the military witnesses. What did they see in that forest? The official explanation of a lighthouse beam just doesn't add up. The secrecy isn't just a thing of the past. In recent years, the floodgates have started to open, but only slightly. In 2017, the world was stunned when the New York Times published an article revealing the existence of a secret Pentagon program called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or AATIP. Along with this revelation came 3 incredible videos captured by US Navy fighter pilots. These videos, codenamed Flare, Gimbal, and Go Fast, show unidentified objects performing maneuvers that no known aircraft can achieve. In the gimbal video, you can hear the pilot's astonishment. Look at that thing, dude. It's rotating. These videos were declassified and officially released by the Pentagon in 2020. The pilots involved, like Commander David Fravor, have gone on record describing their encounters. Fravor chased a 40-foot white tic-tac shaped object that mirrored his every move before accelerating at a mind-boggling speed and disappearing. These aren't grainy amateur photos. This is hard evidence from the most advanced military sensors on the planet, verified by the world's best pilots. This new wave of transparency led to a landmark event in 2021. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence released a preliminary assessment on UAPs. This report analyzed 144 incidents reported by military personnel between 2004 and 2021. The conclusion? They could only identify one of them. The other, 143, remain unexplained. The report acknowledged that these objects demonstrate advanced technology and exhibit unusual flight characteristics, such as remaining stationary in high winds, moving against the wind, and maneuvering abruptly with no discernible means of propulsion. The report officially stated that UAPs pose a flight safety issue and could be a potential national security threat. This was a monumental shift from decades of denial and ridicule. The government was finally admitting, on the record, that there are things in our skies that they cannot identify and do not understand. But many researchers believe this is just the tip of the iceberg. What about the files that are still classified? What about alleged crash retrieval programs? Figures like Lou Elizondo, the former head of ATIP, have hinted that the government is in possession of exotic materials recovered from UAP crash sites. He has been careful with his words due to his security oaths, but the implication is clear. We might have physical proof. Are there warehouses holding technology that could change the world? Are governments slowly preparing us for a disclosure that will redefine our understanding of the universe and our place in it? The argument for secrecy has always been national security. Governments don't want to cause public panic, and they don't want adversaries to gain an advantage if this technology is man-made. But at what point does secrecy do more harm than good? If these phenomena are not from another country, then the public has a right to know. The evidence is no longer just anecdotal, it's in official government documents, radar data, and high-resolution videos. The conversation has moved from the fringes to the halls of Congress. What do you think is hiding in those still classified files? Are we on the verge of the biggest revelation in human history? The puzzle pieces are scattered across decades of hidden reports and top-secret files, but slowly a picture is beginning to form. And it's a picture that suggests we are not alone. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of hidden UFO files. If you found this fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next investigation. See you next time.